Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle SEN25. This is a new one that just came out from tanglepatterns.com. Highly encourage you to go there, sign up for her newsletter. It's you get at least a tangle a day, and then she does some refreshers on the weekend and things like that. Linda has been doing this for a long time. I was gonna look and see. Can I see how many years it's been? More than 10. I know that. Oh yeah, no, yeah. She started in 2010. Okay, so there we go. And just an extra plug because I know once a year she puts out to the newsletter, um, and ask for support, and and you know it's a lot of work doing stuff like this, and there's not a membership fee or anything like that. So if you go and if you use it, this just an extra plug. Throw her some support. Um, she also puts out a book annually, um, that has basically the thumbnails, pictures of all of the tangles that are on. And she says here, let's see. Okay, so last year's was the 11th edition. Um, More than 1,700 tangles on the site, and that was then. So every year she puts it out. I always buy it. It's nice to be able to flip through. Also, the PDF allows you to, when you click on the thumbnail, it takes you right to that tangle. So that's quite handy. So that way you get it from the site and the step out and all of that. So anyway, wanted to give her a plug because it's an enormous undertaking that she has done here, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful resource. So, Linda Pharma, if you ever happen by this channel, thank you very much, and I hope that everybody goes and takes a look. And by the way, the for more inspiration link for this tangle will take you to Tangle Patterns. So, go in the description section and take a look. All right, let's get to it. This is a nice border tangle, and you have when you go read the story behind the name of the tangle. It's funny. Um, all right, so we're going to do. You know what? I'm going to go straight across on my step out. I did diagonal, and I'm feeling like just going straight across here. So we're going to start off with uh, two pairs, yeah, two pairs of double lines. And of course, you can separate them by whatever distance you would like to. All right, there we go. And then, wait, let me seem to be out here. Let me just adjust. There we go. That's all good. Okay. Because I keep moving my towel to where it's like comfortable to draw. We do this on our classes too, where we end up like almost drawing on our lap and it just slides. So funny. All right. Then, and she does mention this. This is there's a tangle by Zentangle called I think I call it Ek, EKE. This would be like a half Ek. So or could be better known as a loop de loop. Sometimes I call it that. So I'm going to start here on the bottom, and we're going to go all the way up to the top and just touch and come down, and then just continuing. You can make this as thin as you want, as separated as you want. It's yours to have fun with. This would have gone up like this. Yes. Okay. Then, um, in the bottom here as well. So in between the loops, because you see how we have this nice, this little scoop here, right? Or it's kind of a triangle. We're going to go in between and do the same thing. And what I decided I was doing is I'm stopping at the line. You could just, because we're going to fill these in also, you could, take it, well, you could sort of take it to the base, um, and fill it in. I kind of, as I was playing with it, like the idea of just stopping it right on that line so it doesn't look weird. And you could kind of use the sort of take off and land concept. You're not, well, no, that wouldn't really work because we're not merging in and out of it. You just have to be careful. And of course, because we're filling this in, if any of them are a little bit wonkier, you need to adjust them. That's the number one course corrector in my book is the fill in because it gives you opportunity to, you know, like course correct. That's exactly why I called it that. All right. Then up above these and just in, these open sections, it's almost like an aura, but we're going to just do, like that. Almost aura-ing this. And you can decide where to put these. I think I should have put it a little bit lower, but it is where it is, and that's good. And then a second one, I'm going to do that last. It's just funny when it's like, oh, I was just going and not even thinking. I noticed on, well, let's see, and it all depends um on Encarna's. Did I even say this is by CZT Encarna Rodriguez? If I didn't say that at the beginning, I apologize. I was going on about Linda Farmer, CZT Linda Farmer, by the way, and the wonderful tangle patterns. But this is by CZT Encarna Rodriguez. So when I'm looking at the step out, the first one is kind of down by the base where this crosses. As you know, it all doesn't matter. It's all good. And then as a last step, we're gonna fill in. Sure we are. We're gonna fill in that this space, and I'm looking all over, and it's right in front of my face. I like to use this graphic one to fill in because it comes to a point, but it's point-ish, but it's nice for filling in. Sometimes I'm just a little bit careful when I get around the edges and two little tight places because I'll come back and use the O1 to get those little spaces. A lot of times I will kind of just do an outline, like so, just in case I go all crazy like this. Crazy filling in. and the pen gets out of control and goes, and goes on its own little adventure to places that I don't want it to go. It happens. Oh gosh, and I'm like looking like, look at how. Okay, so that's just funny, but that's the where it is. So that's where it is. That's all right. When I was doing that, I was like, okay, and coming around. When you do it, kind of going off the edge like this, it's sometimes, but that's okay. It's all good. All right. So I try to usually like air draw, sort of, just so that way you're in the groove of doing the tangle, and then when you have the little partials, I like to call them, then a lot of times it works, sometimes not so much, but you know what? It's Zentangle, and oh, I could put one on the other side that's equally low like that. There's a thought because I do have a little bit of a space. I might just do that. Okay, that's it. Part of me likes it this way. I don't know. This is a neat one because you could have it be either direction. I am going to, let's see, I'm looking at how, I was looking at how it was shaded. Oh, because here's what I was picturing, was putting some under here. I still can, and I just might. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, let's do here. She has it going down the center, but I was picturing doing this because it kind of, although if you have it this way, no, it'll be okay. Either way, I could put it on the other side of these lines and just get a little bit different effect. that's for you to play with, because when you put it in your Zentangle work, it's, just going to depend on what you're doing. Yeah, it still looks neat that way. Okay. And so I think I'm going to, let's continue this up here. To me, it was kind of looking like, well, I can fix that later if I want to. Kind of like shingles would, where they're overlapping, and that's what I was seeing in the picture, of with the in the sample that Encarna provided. And she's done that. Well, it looks like it's 4 times here in the center. So honestly, this could be a fill-in as well, because that's kind of what she did in the sample. And then put some flux on either sides. And yeah, it's neat. Okay. And this just kind of, carries it. Oops, let's do it this way, because that's, yeah. And then, this is where it was shaded. It's like I don't want to add too much, but I'm just going light, just for, you know what, I honestly probably didn't even need to put any graphite down, because I have so much built up here. Oh, see how that adds something extra. Super neat. It was, it's fine the other way. It's fine without any shading too. It's up to you. Really, really neat tangle. And as I'm looking at the sample, I see some. You don't have to limit yourself to just 2 of these little things. I see some where it looks like there's 3. Yep. So there you go. It's, it is Entangle. You get the basics of it, and then, you can have fun with it. All right. Neat, neat, neat. As I said, if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it, leave comments, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I already mentioned the description section. I always do my own version of the step out, so that will be there. Encarna's is there underneath that, where it says for more inspiration, because that's exactly why I put it there. And below that, ways to connect with me. So if you enjoy my goofy style, it doesn't end here. I do classes online almost twice weekly. It just depends on the week. I have a lot of them that are free, and I have some that are paid, so that way I can keep myself in pens and keep the lights on. So, or at least just keep myself in pens. So anyway, would love to have you join us. We also have a beautiful Facebook group. So if you want to, just, get to know some other tanglers, some Tangle Addicts, and have fun looking at what other people do and sharing your work. We don't care if you think you look like you drew it with your toes. We don't care. We're gonna gush all over it anyway, because you did it, and we all know there are struggles. There are some that are easy. We all come from different places. It's like I said, it's an amazing supportive group. I'm ever so thankful to have crossed paths with all of them, and a lot of us have stuck together for the last couple years, and it's just turned into something really neat. So would love to have you join us over there if you happen to be on Facebook. All right, I think that's all the information. If I've left something out, leave me a comment, or contact me through my website or something like that, and I'm happy to help. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.